Reigns supreme.
We're gonna be good. Don't you worry.
This is Iron Chef America.
How much time is left?
3.
I got it.
2. 1.
Fix this plate.
Time's up.
A delectable Japanese tradition has taken root in American soil. We have been graced with the establishment of our very own Kitchen Stadium, where our nimble chairman has brought together the pungent flavors of East and West. It is here where the best of the best from around the world meet and face the ultimate gourmet challenge.
Go time, children.
Take whatever you got.
The poet W.H. Auden wrote, "Murder is commoner among cooks than among members of any other profession." Of course, that might have been true when he was alive, but now we have Kitchen Stadium where people can come and just unload those terrible, unhealthy feelings. So let's get to combat, shall we? So please allow me to introduce a veritable pantheon of culinary giants, your very own Iron Chefs, America. Iron Chef Bobby Flay. Iron Chef Masaharu Morimoto. Iron Chef Kat Cora. Iron Chef Michael Simon. And Iron Chef Jose Garces. In mere moments, one Iron Chef will be pitted against our challenger, who thirsts to discover our secret ingredient and enter the heat of battle here in Kitchen Stadium. Today's challenger is a precocious chef who got his start at age 13 in a restaurant owned by his parents. His next stop was the Culinary Institute of America, followed by a stint at Le Cirque in New York.
My style of cooking is worldly. I've trained in France, I've trained in Vietnam. You know, I'm Greek, so it's a little bit of everything.
Then he, his parents, and some friends opened a restaurant in Washington, D.C. called the Good Stuff Eatery. He supplied the culinary vision. Mom and Dad helped with the startup.
I feel like we built like one of the best burgers that's ever been made.
Visitors to Good Stuff dig into mouth-watering burgers, fries, and shakes made from high-quality, farm-fresh ingredients. The chairman welcomes Chef Spike.
Chef Spike, welcome.
Thank you.
You are known by one name, but when you leave Kitchen Stadium, will that name be winner or loser?
I think it's gonna be winner.
I like your confidence, but now it's showtime. Tell me, Chef Spike, which Iron Chef will you skewer?
Well, we like brawling in our kitchens, so I think there's only one Iron Chef up for that challenge, so I choose Iron Chef Michael Simon.
A bold choice. And now, let the battle begin!
So, it's a culinary brawl that Chef Spike is looking for, and he'll find no less when he goes head-to-head with Iron Chef Michael Simon. An epic battle awaits.
But there is one more ingredient to this battle, our secret ingredient. The theme on which our chefs will offer their succulent variations. Today's secret ingredient is... prosciutto!
Oh yeah. You like pork, don't you?
Just a little.
So now, America, with an open heart and empty stomach, I say unto you in the words of my uncle,
Battle Prosciutto is on here in Kitchen Stadium. Looking around up at the altar, it looks like we have three different hind legs of pigs here. We've got one that is cotto prosciutto, which in Italian means cooked ham. It's a lot like what we would refer to here in the United States as a boiled ham or a city brined ham. And then, of course, we have two crudo, raw prosciutto. One is an 18-month, the other a 24-month. That, of course, reference to the amount of time they've been allowed to age. You'll be able to recognize and follow the 18-month because it's got a little bit more of a red texture, evidence of more moisture. The 24 is a little drabber, a little bit more brown. Now, over on the Challenger side, Chef Spike is cutting fat off the 18-month prosciutto over there. That fat is also very useful for cooking. Yep, and now I see they have some of that fat in a sauté pan along with some garlic. Also have some white and green asparagus being cut over on that side. You can see Chef Michael working on that. And it looks like Chef Spike's other sous chef, Brian, is just working on that back station on cutting down the prosciutto. And,
Clint, are you smoking yet?
Oh, I'm smoking, baby.
Chef Spike wants to know if they're smoking yet. And I don't think they are, not quite yet. At least I don't smell it. Now, a lot of folks in America would say ham already smoked, but no, prosciutto is not smoked. It is salted and it is air-dried through a very, very laborious process. Now, the longer this pork is aged, the saltier it becomes. So I imagine these chefs will be choosing which prosciutto to use according to how salty they want each dish. Now, heading over to the other side of the kitchen stadium, Iron Chef Mike Simon using that traditional hand crank prosciutto slicer. It's going to make some very fine cuts of that 24-month prosciutto. Of course, most prosciutto is served raw, and it'll be interesting to see how the chefs do with that today. Well, this old-school technique does a nice slice, but it sure looks like a lot of work. This must be how Chef Simon stays in such good shape.
It's a workout.
It looked like it, Chef.
Got my cardio in.
Iron Chef Simon, sous chef Corey is already working on a dough. I'm not sure what kind of dough at this point. I don't think I saw any yeast go into that. Maybe it's going to be a pasta dough. Wouldn't be surprised given the nature of the ingredient. Iron Chef Mike Simon's other sous chef Derek working with some, he's got leeks, fennel, onions, and also carrots. And he just added that to a pot of boiling water. Maybe that is just going to be a cooking stock. Hard to know at this point. Maybe it's going to be a poaching liquid. Over on the Challenger side, they've got, I don't know, umpteen jars of maraschino cherries over there. Ooh, that's a mess. Brian cutting some of that 18-month prosciutto, almost kind of like little steak-sized pieces there. The Iron Chef now has one of those Kodo hams, or cooked hams, that he's taking the outer skin off of. That's kind of a laborious process. It's got to be done. Back on the Challenger side, looks like some truffle shavings are now being drained by Chef Spike. Of course, truffle is definitely something that we see used with prosciutto from time to time.
You got the ham yet?
He's urgently moving his crew on. Both of his sous chefs are working on pieces of that 18-month prosciutto right now. On the Iron Chef side, we can see a little vacuum bag action happening, but I think he's got some of that dough in there. Yeah, it's his pasta dough. Now, here's the interesting thing about that. When you are making a pasta dough, you typically need to refrigerate it for at least an hour or so that the flour granules can hydrate, soak up that moisture, and become pliable before you can actually roll it. By sealing it up in a vacuum bag, you actually compress it, and that will actually speed that hydration process. Iron Chef Mike Simon still taking the skin off that Kodo over on his board. Oh, look, over on the Challenger side, we got some of that maraschino juice has gone into a sauté pan along with garlic and the pieces of prosciutto fat. So that cherry juice is going to take on a rich prosciutto flavor as it cooks. We'll see what they do with that.
Yeah, the smoker's already going?
Yes, sir.
Chef Spike asks again about the smoker, and the smoker is apparently going. Over on the Iron Chef side, all right, Corey has dipped some prosciutto into a simple syrup, laid that out on a sill pad, so they're going to be candying that prosciutto, perhaps for a dessert. Certainly something I wouldn't be surprised to see here today. But over on the Challenger side, bell pepper being filleted out, and somewhere down on the floor is Kevin Brosh, my favorite Canadian. Where are you, Kevin, and what do you see?
You almost called absolutely everything. It's already very vocal here in Kitchen Stadium. The only type of the secret ingredient that Iron Chef Mike Simon has not gone to yet was the 18. He ran off with the Koto and the 24.
Oh, I will get there, Kevin.
The Iron Chef will get there. And in the smoker, finally, I think you guys put in the 18. Yes, Chef?
We got the 18 going in the smoker.
That makes sense. Smoked meat can taste pretty salty, so they wouldn't want to use the 24-month prosciutto here.
Pineapple's being broken down on the Challenger side. You caught the cherries. Man, you've caught everything right now.
Thanks, Kevin. I tried. Over on the Iron Chef side, Corey has covered those candy prosciutto slices to keep them flat, and they are now going into the convection oven where they will dry and set that sugar on the outside of it. Maybe that's going to be served as a chip or something on an ice cream. Maybe we'll see an ice cream come out today.